very little effort. The problem is when the enterprise has to respond to that, the enterprise has no idea what you've just taken a picture of. The store you're in has no idea that you're connecting outside. The store you're connecting to on your mobile device has no idea that you're actually in a brick and mortar store. The elements that make those transactions interesting and seamless exist, but my proposition to you today is that there's been very little effort, well, I shouldn't say very little effort, very little success to date in knitting those things together and making them work seamlessly as a form of repeatable, measurable interactions that work well. The device itself that we all carry around now contains multitudes. It contains every channel that we are used to talking about as wildly diverse as they are. It contains voice, it contains email, it contains SMS, chat, web applications. It contains inbound and outbound. It contains, ironically, premise and cloud. It contains scads of rich data from all kinds of sources. Location data, authentication, identification. It has the ability to collect within it and rub shoulders all of the various pieces and breakpoints of the modern customer interaction. And yet, we're still talking about contact centers, which, you know, we affectionately call them that, but they're really call centers plus a little bit more. And the amount of information that is actually leveraged at the point of the interaction is painfully small. So, you know, I would put it to you, if you're an enterprise, if you're a practitioner in this field, how much do you know? Ask yourself this question as we talk today. How much do you really know about what that call contains, what that interaction contains? Where is it located? And what do you know? And where are the pieces hiding? Because I would bet that in a lot of cases they're hiding somewhere in your enterprise, and you haven't yet been able to collaborate enough to put the pieces together and seamlessly draw together a useful interaction. So what can you do about it? And what are we going to talk about? Well, over the next few minutes, I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm not going to throw a whole lot of data at you, but just a little, enough, I think, hopefully to whet your appetite. What customer mobility is doing to the world of care, how it's manifesting itself. I'm going to talk about a model that I built for understanding the progression that an enterprise goes through in responding, a maturity model for the integration of mobility and care. I have some examples, anonymous, unfortunately, because nobody likes to have their warts out there on display, but you know, some companies were good enough to give me really good insight into what they're doing and how they're progressing, and I'll share some of that with you. And I'll close with some tips, some thoughts for what businesses across industries and across sizes can do to wed care and mobility together.